I'm
not a crook.
Whenever a president speaks at a graduation, it's a pretty big deal. But who could have predicted the controversy that would erupt over Notre Dame's invitation to President Obama? Some there are demanding the school disinvite the president, claiming that his actions on issues like abortion violate church teachings. And others are applauding the visit, even creating a website in support of the school. Now Chicago's Cardinal is calling the invitation, and I am quoting, an extreme embarrassment to Catholics. So what should the school and the president do about this upcoming speech and visit? Let's ask Tom Mead, the executive vice president of the Cardinal Newman Society. This is the group that started a petition to have Notre Dame disinvite President Obama. And Tom Matzzie, co-founder of the website WeSupportNotreDame.org, also a Notre Dame alum. So I will start with you, since you're both Tom, but you graduated from the school. What do you think the school should do?
I think Notre Dame was right to invite President Obama. They've invited every U.S. president, and many of them have accepted an invitation in their first year, as President Obama has. And I should note, this business about cardinals and bishops who are criticizing the university, there are something like 300 bishops and cardinals in the United States, and only a handful of them have said anything. Less than 20. I think it's 15 right now. So this is a very isolated group of people who are making criticism of the university.
Tom, though, I've been reporting on this now for over a week, and it does seem that the support is growing for the president not to have accepted the invitation. To Tom Mead now, would the president intentionally, you believe, anger Catholics? Why would he want this uproar at all?
Well, I think it's not frankly the president's fault. This is Notre Dame's fault. This is one of the most pro-abortion presidents in our history. A man who in less than, or just about 2 months in office, allowed taxpayer funding to pay for abortions overseas, to pay for barbaric research on human embryos. He's working daily to remove conscience protections for pro-life and Catholic doctors and nurses, and he's appointed a radically pro-abortion Catholic governor to be Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Okay, so your position would be that Notre Dame stands for things that oppose all of these policies. And from what I understand, it's basically one of the most Catholic institutions, obviously, and there were even rules against having someone on campus to speak about anything if they were for abortion, and the embryonic stem cell research proposal also puts a wrench into it. So to my other Tom, who graduated from the university, he will be given an honorary degree of law. This is what a lot of people who oppose the visit say is the real crux of the controversy, that the laws he supports are so contrary to Notre Dame. Do you think the situation would be different if we were talking about another religion? Would people feel differently, say, if he were going to speak at a yeshiva?
Well, I want to get to a point you raised, which is about whether or not speakers on the campus of the university should be allowed to talk if they hold some views that are contrary to the university. And the answer is absolutely yes. And Catholics are about dialogue. We welcome dialogue. And one thing I would point out, the Pope Benedict, gave an honor, an award, to the pro-choice president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, in December of 2007. It was the honorary canon of the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome, which is the Pope's church. So this idea that heads of state should not be welcome at church institutions if they hold views contrary to the church is ridiculous and been fabricated, frankly, by the Cardinal Newman Society, who are self-appointed watchdogs. They have no standing in the church, no standing in higher education. These guys set up their own group, gave themselves a Catholic-sounding name.
You're all about freedom of speech. They have a right to express their views as well, and we've presented both sides of this controversy here. We'll be talking about it again, I'm sure, as so far President Obama will be there at the graduation. However, the bishop from the area, Darcy, will not. He's boycotting. Much more on this ahead, and I appreciate your time, both of you, today. Thank you very much.
Well, we are following a developing story taking place in Pittsburgh, a routine police call.